There are people in this world born with a gift so powerful it does not just move the living, it moves the dead. And tonight in the Mississippi Delta, one boy is about to find out exactly what that means. Clarksdale, Mississippi, October 16, 1932. A young man named Sammy Moore pulls up to a rural church in a sleek red car. He steps inside. He is covered in blood. His right hand grips a broken guitar so tightly it looks like letting go might kill him. The entire congregation freezes. Nobody moves. Nobody breathes. His father, the preacher, walks slowly to the front. He does not rush to his son. He does not ask what happened. He looks at Sammy the way a man looks at a mistake he has spent years trying to fix. Sammy has felt the call of sin, he declares. Then comes the command. Firm, final, unforgiving. Drop the guitar, Samuel, in the name of God. Let it go. Put it down. For one moment, Sammy's mind floods with something terrible. He sees flashes of things that have not happened yet. He sees himself dropping the guitar into dark water. This is the end of the story. Everything we are about to watch happened before this moment. By the time we get back here, nothing will ever be the same. The film jumps back one day earlier. Sammy Moore is out in the cotton fields before sunrise. A neighbor woman named Miss Beatrice sees him heading out and smiles. "You strumming that guitar tonight? Where are you playing? Or am I going to have to hear it through the grapevine?" He smiles and keeps walking. Back home, he reaches under his bed for his guitar. It is gone. That guitar is not just an instrument. It's a longtime gift from his cousins, the Smokestack twins. He already knows where to look. Later that day, he walks into his father's church and finds the guitar sitting right on the altar. His father had placed it there like an offering. Sammy does not raise his voice. He picks up the guitar calmly. He tells his father he's been working all week and just wants one free day. "I'll be back in time for service tomorrow." His father lets him walk out, but the warning follows him down the road. "You keep dancing with the devil, son. One day he's gonna follow you home." Meanwhile, across the Delta, two men are making the biggest move of their lives. Smoke and Stack Moore, twin brothers, both played by Michael B. Jordan, are leaning against a sleek red vintage car at an old sawmill. They are wearing sharp suits. Cigarettes are burning. A white man named Hogwood meets them there. He tries to talk down to them. He tests the room with a slow, condescending look. Smoke ends it immediately. "Ain't no boys here. Just grown men, with grown men money and grown men bullets." Stack drops a bag of cash on him. They buy the sawmill, the equipment, and every inch of land it sits on. Then Smoke leans in with one final message. If Hogwood or any of his clan friends ever crossed their property line, he would be killed exactly where he stood. Hogwood mumbles that the clan does not even exist anymore. Smoke does not bother responding to that. Here is what you need to know about these twins. They did not come back from Chicago with clean hands. They worked for Capone for 7 years. They have watched men die in ways most people will never see. Smoke, quiet, precise, and absolutely terrifying, once fought his own father to protect his brother. Then he buried him alone. These are not men who flinch, but what is coming for them tonight will make everything they have ever survived look like a warm-up. The twins split up to cover ground before dark. Smoke goes to the market. He pays a sharp little girl 20 cents per minute to sit in his truck and blow the horn if anyone tries to steal from it. The horn blows almost immediately. Smoke shoots 2 men in the ankle for trying to rob him. Then he calmly walks back into the store and pays to have them patched up. That is who these twins are. Fast, efficient, no unnecessary drama. On the other side of town, Stack and Sammy are driving to the train station. Sammy starts playing and singing. Stack, a man who has seen everything, goes completely still. Then he comes alive. "We gonna make some money. We gonna make some money." At the train station, they find a man named Delta Slim. He is a legendary blues musician sitting on a crate with a bottle. Smoke offers him $40 and all the Irish beer he can drink. Slim is not impressed. So Sammy picks up his guitar. Within minutes, a crowd gathers. The Battle of the Blues is on. Smoke uses every second of it to announce Club Juke's grand opening to the entire town. The people are hungry for exactly this. But the day brings other things too. Sammy meets a beautiful woman named Pearline. She tells him she is married. But the way she looks at him says she has already made a very different decision. Stack runs into a woman named Mary. She almost mistakes him for his brother. Their entire painful history fills the space between them without a single word. Stack is cold. He tells her she has a rich white husband and a farm now, or go back to it. Mary walks away in tears. Stack watches her go. He looks like a man who feels everything and shows nothing. Smoke makes one more stop. He visits a woman he left behind. She is strong and beautiful and carries deep knowledge of old roots and magic passed down through her bloodline. She takes one look at his money and refuses it. Your money come with blood. Smoke does not argue. He has seen the whole world. He has watched men die in ways he did not know were possible. Not once has he ever seen roots or demons or magic do a single thing. He believes in power, and only money buys power. He is about to be proven completely wrong. But while the twins are building something else is already moving through the county. A barefoot, shirtless man pounds on a couple's door in the dead of night, and his body is streaked with blood. His face is pulled tight with pure terror. The couple opens the door. He stumbles inside. He says he was betrayed. He says they took his wife. He pulls out gold and begs them to hide him. He is shaking. He is weeping. He looks like a broken man. The couple feels sorry for him, so they let him in. It is the worst decision they will ever make. Minutes later, 3 men arrive at the door. They are calm, polite, and well-dressed. One of them speaks. Evening, ma'am. We're in pursuit of someone very dangerous. He might have come onto your property. She says no. They check the perimeter and leave. She turns back inside and calls for her husband. Babe? Silence. Babe? Then the bleeding, terrified man she sheltered, the one sobbing on her floor just minutes ago, speaks from the other room. His voice is completely calm now. Oh, he's just resting. Her husband is lying on the floor in a pool of his own blood, and the man standing over him is smiling. Look, he's all better now. The scream that follows is the loudest sound in the film. Those 3 men were not the danger. They were the warning. The evil did not force its way in. She felt sorry for it. She opened the door herself. She invited it inside. And that is exactly how this thing works. Club Juke opens to a packed house. The sign outside is painted in red, the only color they had. The Smokestack twins built an entire night out of nothing in a single afternoon, and the people came. Fried catfish, corn liquor, Irish beer, Italian wine, ragtime piano, bodies sweating on a wooden floor. Every culture, every sound, on every style finding a way to exist in the same room without crushing each other. It is glorious. It is alive. It is exactly what freedom is supposed to feel like. Delta Slim takes the stage and calls Sammy out in front of everyone. Sammy, the preacher's son, the sharecropper from Sunflower Plantation, grabs the microphone, and then something extraordinary happens. The music does not just fill the room, it bends it. The walls breathe. The air shifts. Slim tells Sammy quietly between songs, "Blues was not forced on us like that religion. We brought this with us from home. It's magic, it's sacred, and it's big." Somewhere outside in the dark, the veil between worlds gets a little thinner. Nobody notices, not yet. Then 3 strangers appear at the entrance. A pale Irish man named Remick stands at the door. Beside him is a woman named Joan and a man named Bert, the same Bert from that farmhouse floor just hours ago. They are carrying instruments. They say they heard the music through the walls. They just want to come in and spend some money. Every word comes wrapped in a smile that never quite reaches the eyes. Smoke refuses them. Remick smiles again. Easy, patient. We believe in equality. He tells Smoke they will walk slowly, just in case the decision changes. Something is deeply wrong. Everyone in that doorway feels it. Nobody can name what it is. They do not get in. But they do not leave either. Instead, they set up outside and begin to play. A strange, slow, beautiful song that slips right through human soul. Mary hears it. She steps outside. She is drawn to the gold they offer. Only before she understands what she has walked into, it is already too late. Inside, the night reaches its highest point. Every instrument, every voice, every person finding their moment. Then, without any warning, everything shifts. Stack and Mary disappear into a back room. Smoke disarms a troublemaker on the floor. And in that back room, what starts as a complicated moment between two people with a long history turns into something monstrous. She bites into Stack's neck with inhuman speed. Smoke fires. Mary takes the bullet. She gets up. She runs out into the Mississippi night like the shot meant absolutely nothing. Stack is on the floor, bleeding out. Smoke drops beside him. He tells him to keep his eyes open. Stack says he is scared. And Smoke, this man who buried his own father, or who survived Chicago, who has never once flinched, holds his brother tight and says the only thing he has left. I'm with you. Stack goes still. The music stops. And the worst night of their lives is only just beginning. The doors open. Everyone is pushed outside, directly into the hands of what has been gathering in the dark. Remick and his companions never left. They have been busy. And what walks out of the Mississippi night wearing human faces is not human anymore. They are vampires, ancient ones. The survivors barricade themselves inside. Smoke's woman Annie knows the old lore and explains it fast. These are not haints. Haints take a soul and move on. Vampires are different. The soul gets trapped inside the body, cursed to walk this earth, unable to feel the sun, unable to rejoin the ancestors, burning with hunger and hate for as long as the body holds. To stop them, you need sunlight, a wooden stake to the heart, silver, garlic, fire, holy water. And the ones already turned? The only mercy left for them is death. They prepare themselves. Pickled garlic, makeshift stakes, anything they can find. Then Stack's voice comes through the door. Calm. Warm. Sounding exactly like himself. He says he is feeling much better. He says it was scary for a moment, but he is okay now. The whole room goes cold. Annie tells Smoke directly, "That is not your brother." But the thing wearing Stack's face knows exactly which buttons to press. It calls Smoke by name. It brings up the German trenches. It brings up Chicago. Every piece of shared history used like a key in a lock. Smoke wavers. The room holds its breath. Then he breaks down the door and runs outside. Outside, Remick speaks with the confidence of something that has been doing this for centuries. He reveals that Hogwood, the man who sold them this land, is the Grand Dragon of the Ku Klux Klan. His nephew has already been turned. The twins were never going to be allowed to keep this place. It was always going to end in blood. The Klan wanted to burn it down. Remick wants to own it. The result would have been exactly the same. Remick just got there first. Remick is not just a monster. He is the perfect shape of every force that has ever tried to devour black art, black labor, and black life. Then Remick offers them something. Freedom. Together. Forever. No more running. No more dying. A new family built on something real. He means it, the way every predator means it. On with a warmth so convincing it almost works, even as your blood runs cold. Then the thing wearing Stack's face delivers the line that breaks the room entirely. "We was never gonna be free. You know damn well you was never gonna find it. Until this. And I ain't doing this without you. There is no me without you." The real Stack is still inside that body, saying the truest thing he has ever said in his life. And the monster is using every single word of it as a weapon. Do you think Remick was telling the truth? That their freedom was always going to be stolen? Leave your answer in the comments below. Then Remick turns to Sammy. He tells him it was always Sammy he came for. A boy whose music can pull the dead back across the veil. Remick does not want to destroy that gift. He wants to own it. "Give us Sammy," he says, "and the rest of you live." The answer comes without a single second of hesitation. You can't have him. He belongs to us. The siege breaks wide open. Remek's flock surrounds the building, dancing and singing in a strange hypnotic circle. The locked doors fly open on their own. What follows is absolute chaos. Fangs, gunfire, screams, burning. Grace runs for her husband Bo, who has already turned, and both of them are consumed by fire. Smoke drives a stake through Annie to free her spirit before she can fully turn. Delta Slim holds the line so the others can escape. Smoke tells Sammy one thing: go, head for the sunrise, don't stop. But Remek catches up. At the same moment, the thing that was Stack tries to bite his own brother. Smoke overpowers him. Sammy, cornered at the water's edge, does the only thing he has left, and he begins to pray. The Lord's Prayer, the one his father made him recite, the one he resented every single time it left his mouth. And something extraordinary happens. The vampires join in. Every turned soul, still carrying a fragment of who they were, begins to pray alongside the boy whose music called them here. Remek grabs Sammy and drives him into the river again and again. He is furious. He is relentless. He is trying to drown the gift before the sun rises. Sammy swings his guitar and connects. And in that instant, every vampire in the county feels the same pain at the same moment, because they are all connected through Remek. Sammy's gift runs deeper than any of them ever understood. Smoke arrives just in time. He drives a stake through Remek from behind as the sunrise breaks across the horizon. The light does the rest. The vampires burn. Smoke and Sammy walk back to the hall together, alive, barely. Then Smoke sends Sammy home, exactly the way he promised his uncle he would. Sammy gets into the red car. He drives away covered in blood, clutching his broken guitar. And now we understand the very first scene completely. But Smoke stays behind. He knows what is coming. Hogwood arrives with over a dozen armed clansmen riding in to finish what they planned all along. What they find instead is an ambush. Smoke, alone, takes every last one of them. He built something here. He is not going to let anyone have it. Chicago, October 16th, 1992. 60 years to the day. Sammy is old now, still playing. In a club called Perline's, named after the woman he loved and never got back, and sits at the bar. Then the door opens. Stack walks in. Mary is beside him, ageless, unchanged, still wearing 1932 on their faces like it was yesterday. They sit beside Sammy at the bar. The vampire who was once his cousin explains it simply. Remek could not bring himself to end Sammy that night. He made a promise. Stay away, let him live. But now Sammy is old and time is almost gone, and the offer is back on the table one final time. Immortality, no pain. Keep playing, keep living, keep touring, forever. Sammy looks at them, these two people he loved, frozen in the moment the world ended. And he says no. He has seen enough of this place. And then, sitting quietly in that club 60 years later, Sammy Moore says the only thing left worth saying. You know something? Maybe once a week I wake up paralyzed, reliving that night. But before the sun went down, I think that was the best day of my life. Last time I seen my brother, last time I seen the sun. And just for a few hours, we was free. Ryan Coogler made this film as a love letter to the blues, to his family's history, and to every community that built something beautiful only to watch it get taken away. It won 4 Academy Awards: Best Actor for Michael B. Jordan, Best Original Screenplay for Ryan Coogler, Best Original Score for Ludwig Göransson, and Best Cinematography, making Autumn Durald Arkapaw the first woman to ever win that award. It grossed over $370 million worldwide, and it deserved every single dollar. After everything you just watched, the betrayal, the loss, the monsters that came from outside, and the ones already waiting, do you think Sammy's gift was a blessing or a curse? And what do you make of that final scene? Stack and Mary walking through that door, still young, 60 years later? Leave your answer in the comments below. If you made it this far, you already know what we do here. Drop a like, hit that subscribe button, and never miss a recap. We'll see you in the next one.